Good morning. It is another beautiful day. In fact, it is Hump Day. Today is June 21st, 2017, and welcome to this morning's edition of the Mike Prince Show. I am your host, the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. This is a variety show designed to keep you informed, entertained, and thinking. Just as usual, we got a lot to talk about and a short time to get there. We'll give you our college baseball update from the College World Series of Omaha, Nebraska, the NCAA. We'll touch on a little bit, we've been hitting on it all week long, about SWAC Nation and its future. But our main topic today is going to be college radio. We'll take a look at it, talk about it a little bit, about its future, and its under fire, if you will, and so much more. How's everybody doing on this lovely Hump Day? I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, reminding you that you can join us each and every day right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And our website, of course, is obnradio.com, KTORradio.com. Also, can listen on at TuneIn. And TuneIn is simply Open Mic Broadcast Network. How easy can it get for that? Our YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network as well. But for those that are on the go, had a chance to share at a community meeting on yesterday that you could actually lock it in. We're calling it our app of choice. Save the phone number. Phone number is 605-477-5066. Lock that number in on your phone, and that is a way of listening to us each and every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days out the year. And that number will give you our live show each and every weekday morning from 9 a.m. Central Standard Time to 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Of course, we have our Journey Alive, Sister Stroller. They'll be coming in weekdays, or not weekdays, but weekly on Mondays. We got some other programmings in the works. We got the Crosswords or Crossroads program in the works, and so much more. But before we get into all of that, we want to welcome a couple of new sponsors on board with us here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Farmers Insurance Agency of Hempstead, Texas. PV graduate of class of 1993, Miss Latanya Chappell. Get in contact with her at 979-826-3026. That number again is 979-826-3026. If you are in the Waller County area and have need of some home, auto, or life insurance. And we also have another new sponsor, Mr. Tariq Purnell, financial broker. You can reach him. He's serving Houston and Waller County. Reach him by dialing 832-768-2704. That number again is 832-768-2704. So much to do in a short time to get there. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll give you some scoring updates from the NCAA baseball and the matchup that will be taking place on today, and a whole lot more. We'll take a break, and we'll get right into this morning's show. You're listening to the Hump Day version, June 21st, 2017, of the Mike Prince Show. Keep it where you got it. We'll be right back.
Larry's Automotive, located in the Field Store community of Waller County, is equipped to handle any automotive service or repair on your diesel or gas engine, truck, car, tractor, trailer, or RV motorhome. With in-house financing and scheduled service reminders, Larry's Automotive can handle it all. So give them a call at 936-931-5566. 936-931-5566, or look them up online at larrysautomotive.net. Larry's Automotive is an approved AAA Texas repair facility employing ASC certified technicians and a 2-time Better Business Bureau Awards of Excellence winner in automotive service. That's because they believe in running an honest business with a no-problem guarantee. Remember, every service visit comes with their 12-month, 12,000-mile nationwide warranty on parts and labor. That satisfaction worth the drive. So stop on by or call today, 936-931-5566. 936-931-5566.
And welcome back to the Mike Prince Show. I am your host, the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Don't forget to join us by way of dialing in at 605-477-5066. If you happen to be within the beautiful city limits of Prairie View, Texas, you can check us out at 87.9 FM. That's 87.9 FM. While you're driving through the community, check us out. Let us know what you think. Speaking about what we think, I have a 50-50 chance. I'm still working some things out as far as this NCAA College World Series baseball goes. Got some results from yesterday. Texas A&M fell short to TCU by the score of 4-1, and Florida beat up on Louisville by the score of 5-1. So I was kind of on a flat tire from my picks from yesterday. Today we'll have Florida State and LSU, and being that I picked Florida State to be in the World Series final, they got to hold on. They got manhandled by Oregon State 13-1 on the 19th, which was that was Monday, Sunday, I forget. And Florida State's on the road. They beat Cal State Fullerton 6-4. So now, if I'm going to be anywhere remotely close, we got to have LSU pull a rabbit out the hat today and take care of the Seminoles of Florida State. That game will take place at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be on Big Boys, ES, and you know the rest. That game will take place at 6 p.m. All the week long, we have been talking about SWAC Nation and the future of SWAC Nation and what's to be expected and which direction do you go from here and how do you right the wrong. And there's a definite buzz throughout the SWAC community, both openly and privately, about the faith of the current leadership and how it should be addressed and what should be done and if anything's going to be done about it. And depend on who you ask, depend on the time of day, depend on if you're drinking tea or coffee, on what the comments are going. They're going from all over the charts. And I've been making this very open and known that this is not about a bashing of the current commissioner, Duer Sharp. But you have to look in the mirror. You have to look at what is. There's this thing called perception and there's this thing called reality. And in most cases, many people's perception is far from the reality. Bottom line, you can't survive without finances. I don't care if you're nonprofit, you need finances. I don't care if you're profit, you definitely need finances. I don't care if you're small or large, you need finances. And if finances are not being accomplished, if finances are not being secured, then we have to look at what we're doing and how we're doing it and who's leading us to get it done. Many times it's easy to point and cast off blame on who should have done this and who should have done that. It's no time for that right now because, in all fairness, it is a time, if it had not been, it's a time of being in crucial, critical moments. And we've got to address it. We've got to deal with it. And it's a situation that's not going away anytime soon. Now, the question is, who would be the person to replace the current commissioner? Where would they come from? What would be the expectations? What would be some prerequisites for the next person or the next man up, next woman up to fill that role? So it's one thing to say a change needs to be made, but you got to have an idea of who, what, when, where, and how will that change be implemented. It is easy to say anybody would do better than what we have right now. That's not an answer. We need some concrete answers. We need some solid foundation in order to move forward. And speaking of moving forward, we're going to have to address what I think is one of the most valuable mouthpieces throughout the land. And we'll talk about that when we return. You're listening to the Mike Prince Show, June 21st edition, exclusively on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
Hi, this is Penny Lucas White, head women's volleyball coach at the Alabama State University. I'm calling to inform you that volleyball kickoff date for all SWAC teams are August 25th. We also will have our first SWAC roundup that will be hosted by Texas Southern University in Houston, Texas on September 22nd through the 24th. Then it will be followed up with the second roundup of the SWAC in Montgomery, Alabama on October 20th through the 22nd on the campus of Alabama State University. Looking forward to seeing you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
The Open Mic Broadcast Network is a community-based radio station that was established in 2002. We have been dedicated to local, regional, and community programming with coverage for high school, collegiate sports, ministries, and information. Our goal is to provide quality, productive, and positive programming that reflects the community that we serve. Visit our website, KTORradio.com and OBNradio.com.
And welcome back to the Wednesday Hump Day edition of the Mike Prince Show. I am your host, Radio Guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Follow me on Twitter at Radio Guy. Instagram is OBN Radio. I posted a very cool video this morning on OBN Radio Instagram site. I actually tagged it to my personal Facebook page, Michael W. Prince. You can see my nephew in Las Vegas, Nevada, doing a trick shot. Pretty cool. And I think that's something that was worthwhile. Go ahead, check it out. OBN Radio is the tag for the Instagram account, or you can check us out at Radio Guy on Twitter. It's video, not even 5 seconds, I don't believe, but it's a pretty cool shot. And speaking of a pretty cool shot right now, there have, of course, if you've been under a rock or anything of that nature, there has been a changing of the guard as far as our presidency. And I am a realist. I believe that one must get over your disappointments, get over your heartaches, adjust and move forward. And what am I mentioning? Why am I bringing it up? College radio, to me, has been probably one of the most underutilized but most viable mouthpieces of any college university throughout the country, whether it's PWI, HBCU, large or small. If you have a college radio station, then by all means, you have a mouthpiece. It does not matter about the size of your transmitter. It could be a 300 watt, it could be a 3,000 watt, 30,000 watt, even a 3-watt signal. If you have a signal, if you have any type of way of spreading a message, of involving your community, college radio definitely is the ticket. Why am I bringing this up? Under our current leadership, it has already been projected, and you can assure that it's going to come through the pipelines. All funding, let me stress, all funding for public broadcast services, i.e. radio and television, are going to be cut. There is no way around it. There is no way of trying to act like it's not coming. So let's not be surprised when it does hit. Meanwhile, what will be done to circumvent that when the changes come? It's not if they're going to come. It's a matter of when will they come. And when they come, will you be ready? Will you be in position to take advantage of the unique mouthpiece that you have? Yes, there are certain restrictions that are warranted towards a college radio station, i.e. like we have a community radio station, but there are so many ways to go around that, to circumvent that, and have a viable mouthpiece. It's not that complicated. But what has happened because of grants, and believe me, I have no problem with grants. In fact, if you happen to be a grant writer and want to help us out here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, then by all means, get in contact with us. But in the event you don't have the luxuries of getting a grant, there is an old added saying that is still working today. You got to get out there and make it. Once you get out there and make it, you will realize that, yes, the grants do help, but in defense, it is almost like the grants have made the college radio stations passive, lazy, non-assertive. Why do I say that? The thinking on why funding is going to be cut, you got to look at it from a dollars and cents factor. Oh, yes, it's going to cut off the liberal arts programmings and this, that, and the other, but we're talking about overall mass production. When you have one side looking at a radio station as a potential money maker, bottom line, whether it is public radio, community radio, commercial radio, internet radio, whatever type of radio you're trying to identify and associate yourself with, they are potential money makers. And on one hand, people are saying, why should I donate or set aside millions of dollars for you to keep your operations going when you have all the capabilities, all the functionalities of getting out there, telling your story, and creating your own resource? Radiothons are great. We do them here. But it can't be your only means of generating funds. It has to be a combination of things. Times have definitely changed. And because times have changed, we have to change with the times. We being broadcasters, we being radio stations, we being general managers, we have to generate and produce the content that would warrant one to want to make a donation towards your cause. You've got to do that. There is absolutely no way around it. I'm not trying to bash, but when I travel through various parts of the country, and I first thing I do is if I'm in an area that's close to a college, I try to check out and see what it is that their college radio station is producing. And when I get it, it's like I'm in the same town, because everybody, I don't know why it is, but everybody copies everybody. No creativity, no originality. And everybody gets on whatever the format is of that particular age, then everybody gravitates toward that format. And then they're struggling trying to make sure that the finances needed are being met. And that is a consistent. I travel quite extensively, being that we do what we do here at the open mic on the collegiate level, on the high school level, on the JUCO level. So I'm seeing this. I'm not skimming through a newspaper and telling you what I've read. I'm sharing with you what I've experienced with my own eyes. And we have all the resources. You go and survey. If you're listening, you check with your local college stations. Most of the student body is not even aware that the campus has a college radio station. That becomes an issue. That becomes a problem. And we've got to be able to rectify that. Because the way things are going right now, they're talking about if you can't handle it, give it up. And we'll put it in position of someone who can. So when we lose this resource, radio is so powerful, it can spread a message. It can help rescue people in emergency weather-like situations. It doesn't take 15 crew members to do a production for a radio broadcast as it would a television broadcast. And yes, maybe I'm partial toward radio because radio is what I do, but you have to be able to maximize the opportunities. You have to be able to provide the content that surrounds your listening audience. And I'll summarize it with this. I'm not fussing, but this is something that I truly believe in. I am passionate about radio. Radio is my life. And when you don't get it, admit you don't get it, and let's unite, get the forces together so it can get got. I know that was not proper, but I'm feeling right there. That's what I'm feeling right now. We've got to get it done. We've got to make it viable. There's too many untold stories that we as networks, that we as radio stations can get out there and share with the rest of the world. We don't have to be what everybody else is being. Be who you are. Produce what you are. And make the impact that needs to be made. I am thankful for the opportunity and the content that we get a chance to produce here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We have original content from top to bottom. You heard us talk about the Our Journey Alive program. The Our Journey Alive program is a program of some young sisters who have got together who are domestic violence survivors. And they're talking about not just domestic violence, but ways of helping one another, ways of keeping people informed on all other social issues. We have the sports report. Of course, we're talking about our sport content. We have this format, the Mike Prince Show, where we're talking about a variety of things. We inform you. We keep you abreast of what's going on. And then we try to help, encourage, and motivate, not just our listening audience, but anyone who happens to come across the program. And there's so many things that you can do for your immediate communities, for your regional community, for your extended regional area. All we have to do is be willing to think outside the box. We've got to change our approach. We have to go back to the drawing board and do some self-analysis, because it's to the point now that every entity of a college institution is going to have to be self-sufficient, which means that you're going to have to be able to carry your load. And by carrying your load, you gotta set realistic goals, and then you gotta get out there and get it. Gone is the day. Yeah, we can write grants, but while you're writing grants, you still need a flow coming in because grants are on time-sensitive slots. And once that grant runs out, you still got to be able to keep some type of flow coming in to keep the stations flowing. It's too viable to the future of broadcasters that don't even realize that they're going to be broadcasters. And it is our responsibility to make sure that we exhaust every way possible. Start being creative and incorporate some of the technologies and the nuances that are available in the 21st century. And let's get it done. I know I've been fussing. I'm fussing because I love it. And it is what I do. You're listening to the Mike Prince Show right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, and as always, we come to you each and every morning from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to give you a quick update on a message line where you can be involved with the programming here at the Open Mic. We'll take a quick 35-second break, and we'll come right back with our final thoughts. How you doing? It's the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. We want to let you know about the latest and the greatest going on at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We now have a 24-hour, 7 days a week, 365 days a year message line. You simply dial 713-570-6736. Share your information, comments, tidbits, whatever it is going to help enhance our coverage through our local and regional high school and collegiate coverage. Once again, that number is 713-570-6736. And welcome back. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. As always, man, time truly, truly flies when you're having fun. And this is a passion, and we are so thankful to be able to present to you this show each and every day. Want to welcome two new sponsors of the Open Mic Broadcast Network and its programming. Farmers Insurance Agency of Hempstead, Texas, Miss LaTanya Chappell. She's class of 93 from Prairie View A&M University. You can give her a call at 979-826-3026. That number again is 979-826-3026. We also want to welcome Brother Tariq Purnell. He's a financial broker serving Houston and Waller County areas. He can be reached at 832-768-2704. That number again, 832-768-2704. We're working on some productions for them where they will be able to have their voices heard throughout the airways here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Also want to remind you about the 43rd Annual Prairie View A&M University Alumni Convention, July 19th through the 22nd, 2017. Registration fee is only $300. You have up until July the 12th to have that taken care of. It's going to be at the Hilton Garden Plaza Inn at Northwest Freeway in Houston, Texas. You can contact Prairie View A&M University's National Alumni Association office by dialing 936-857-5817. That number again is 936-857-5817. If you happen to be one that want to do an email, send it to PVUNAA at pvalum.org and get in contact so you can reserve your registration on today and reserve an opportunity to come and fellowship with PV Nation as we get ready to celebrate this 43rd annual, I always call it convocation, but convention right in the Houston, Texas area. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I think I am come to the end of another show. What do you think? I hate to say it, but we are running out of time. I've got to run. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Remember, you can meet us each and every day, Monday through Friday, right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Until the next time, be blessed. We'll see you on the other side.